day 14, and we are up to £4,300 profit betting on the horses and the football ahead of the summer holidays so that we can afford some cheeseburgers when we are out camping in the rain. We lost £378 on the horses on our 8 bets yesterday, but we won £750 on our 16 bets on the football. Looking at the horses, I would have a look at these horses that were very high odds at the 5:30 at Beverley, which was an interesting race. 9 runners, but kind of 3 short priced, 9 to 4, 13 to 8, 7 to 2, 1 13 to 2, and the rest very high horses, and we found 2 at 150 to 1. One went off at 200 to 1, one went off at 50 to 1. One drifted to 0.5% probability, and one steamed to 2% probability. How did they finish? Well, your 200 to 1 horse finished 23 lengths behind the next horse. I mean, there was so far behind the rest of the field, it wasn't in the same race. So, okay, absolutely no chance for Aurora's double six, but Innocent Smile finished just a length, 1 length outside of the places. And interestingly, in that lucky 15 I was already on a place. So for 150 to 1, if we get that in the places, that's going to pay out at a place odds of 30 to 1, multiplying quite a lot of nice stuff already happening in that lucky 15. He was 1 length away from £1,723. It's very interesting that these lucky 15s can pay so well when you don't even get a winner. You just place, especially if a place is 150 to 1. But he didn't, so that's just a what if. And there was nothing really of interest. I did have, yet again, 2 horses from the same race in a lucky 15. Second time I've done it. I'm trying to be a little bit more careful that I don't repeat this. It is super easy to do. I've done it a million times when I send it to my runner and then he goes, well, you can't do that. And so for the purposes of this project, we always take the first horse and leave him in a Trixie with the other 2 races, and then the second horse in that race will just be a single. Both of them lost anyway, so it didn't make any difference whatsoever to the profit loss. If anything, I lost just a little bit more than I would have done had it been a lucky 15, so costed me, didn't it? On the football, though, a couple of games. I mean, yet again, the goals have dried up after a fast start to the goals in the Euros. Only 2 goals across 2 games, Spain, Germany, and Portugal, France, yesterday. But a series of decent winners. The 120% Mbappe and Ronaldo to have a shot on target. That was a nice, easy winner. Over Ronaldo, 3 shots. Each goalkeeper in Portugal, France to have 3 or more saves was a winner. I did lay Pedri at 3.05 to have a shot on target, and he came off in the 7th minute. So how did he have a shot on target, and did that lay not win? Kind of obscene, but there you go. Tony Cruz got a card. Robin Normand got a card. Pedri really didn't have a chance to get a card. Could have booked him when he was lying on the floor, I guess, but they didn't. So yeah, that was quite a decent day across those. I mean, none of the goal scorer bets came in, obviously. And looking at today, we've got England versus Switzerland, Netherlands versus Turkey. I'm not around later. I'm off to an event. I'm off to see some Ibiza classics at Ragley Hall I think that's in Worcestershire. It might be in Warwickshire. I'm not quite sure. It's on the boundary. So I'm not going to be doing a second video today. So my football bets will be this, and this will be all. In England versus Switzerland, player to have over 0.5 fouls. There's 2 of them. They're both big. Xhaka at 1.54, 114%. Declan Rice at 1.75. Actually, it's not huge, 105%, but that will do for me. A couple of players to have a card. Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham, the front 2 for England, 10 and 5. Both look big. Jan Sommer to have 3+ saves. And each goalkeeper to have 3+ saves. It's kind of the same bet, but I'm on both. So hopefully that comes in. 1.95 for just Jan Sommer, 5.8 for both of them. So, if England are dominant, Pickford doesn't have any saves, I've got a sort of backer-upper with Jan Sommer there. And Kane and Bellingham to have a shot on target. I'm laying at 3.15 because I think it should be higher. I think it should be 4. I think it should be closer to 7-2. So that's a lay for me. The rest of them were backs in that game. In Netherlands versus Turkey, well, this is a repeat of the value we found in Netherlands versus Romania. So I've plugged in the numbers. Of course, it does always depend on who starts. And there is a little bit of, is it going to be Kieran Trippier tonight? What's happening with the England team? Quite a lot of different sources disagree with what's going on. So there could be a little bit of swinging after team news. Is Trippier going to start at right back over Trent Alexander? I mean, these are the questions that are going to be asked. So it would be better to do this after team news. I'm just not around and I'm not looking at the computer, so I can't. So in Netherlands, Turkey in the last game, we found a load of value on Cody Gakpo. And yet again, I'm finding a load of value on Cody Gakpo and make him 0.42 XG. And what that means is him to score anytime at 3.1 on the exchange is 110%. Him to score first at 8 is 111%. Him to score or assist at 2.4 is 106%. And him to score Netherlands to win, the anytime win cast is 4.1. I'm on all four of those. So that's one where they're all likely to win or all likely to lose. That's the game we're playing with those. And then 3 to get a card in that game. Hakan Calhanoglu at 4.3, Virgil van Dijk at 6.4, and Nathan Ake at 7. Nathan Ake is probably a little bit thin, but the other two are 111, 115%. And over in the Copa America, Uruguay, half-time, full-time at 5.8. Looks good to me to knock out the Brazilians. Looking at the horses, there's quite a lot of Saturday racing today, so I've got 5 Lucky 15s at William Hill, 5 at Betfred. Okay, so the first Lucky 15 at William Hill will be Match Play, Caledonian Dream. If only they could talk and dancing, Steve. The second one's going to be Unde Floss, Run Forest Run, Tiffany May and Alvanti at Bellewstown. The third is going to be Gamekeeper, Vince Lombardi, Iron Lion and Dancing Gemini. And the fourth is going to be Astro King, Magna Vega, Scarlet Dancer and Angel's Call. And there was just enough value there, just enough out there to finish off with a fifth one. Pearly Star, 80-1, 3 places, 1-5 at the 4 o'clock at Beverley is probably the highest horse I have today, mixed in with Persian Blue, Gold, Black and Run for the Sun. At Betfred, we'll start off with Superior Council and add in Pearly Star, Military Queen and Alvanti. Then we've got Grey Diamond, Caledonian Dream, Match Play, Everglow. The third one will be Watch the Weather, Michael's Pledge, Mr. Wonderful, Iron Lion. Then in the fourth one, Dad's Lad, Cloudy Rose, Timeout, and Futurum Regem. And we will finish with a shorter priced Lucky 15, but thinner value, but shorter prices. Russian Rumour, Run for the Sun, So Scottish, and Footwork. So 10 Lucky 15s, £3 each way stakes will be £900 down on them, plus all of the football stakes, which I hadn't worked out, but we might as well because we're here. I think is about, £1,500 down on the football. So a good £2,500 or so down. A little bit more. £1,800 down on the football. So, £2,700 down. And hoping for another winning day. Even if everything lost, we're still £1,300 in profit. I don't know what the odds of everything losing are. Astronomical, I would imagine. And let's just hope that the sun comes out for those Ibiza Classics later on today. It might be a muddy field, but I'll take a muddy field if it's blue skies and sunshine. Have a good one today. I forgot one, and I forgot one, but I want to add it in because it looks good value and I'm on it. It's an Exchange Horses bet. We haven't done one since Royal Ascot, but there's one today. Wassin Murphy to have 2+ winners at Haydock at 3.65 is a back for me. Should be down a little bit closer to about 3.2, 3.3. So there's one Horses Exchange bet to add on to the shop Lucky 15s and the Exchange football bets. All our bets, don't use online soft bookmakers because nobody can access them in the UK. So we're doing this in shops and we're doing it on exchanges. And that's the one bet I'm adding on today.